Day 66, Dianne Feinstein. I'm not gonna pretend that I am the biggest fan of Miss Silverspoon. And yes, I 100% intended to begin the series this way, because as someone who's ran for office, I know that it is insanely easier when you come from money to land your elected position. And with that being said, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Miss Feinstein, Mrs. Or Ms., I don't know, she didn't take her third husband's last name, whatever. She is a larger than life figure. She is a part of San Francisco history, and she was there during some very, very, very pivotal moments. So again, in my career as a historian, I feel obligated to make a mention of her. So Dianne Feinstein grew up in Presidio Terrace. I've done plenty of videos about it. It's literally the San Francisco's only gated community. It's, I think, 40 houses on 36 lots, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a whole different part of San Francisco. Like, when I say that every neighborhood has its own little energy, there's something to be said about the only gated community in San Francisco. I'll just leave it at that. She gave the house that she grew up across the street from to her daughter, Catherine. So go look up the video I made and you'll see the house that I'm talking about. Really pretty, gorgeous house. I wish that my parents could afford to just give me a house that they grew up across the street from. Anyway, Dianne Feinstein was president of the Board of Supervisors when Harvey Milk and George Moscone were shot and killed. She was mayor of San Francisco when she presided over the White Night the White Night riots happened, when Harvey was essentially acquitted. Harvey's murderer served less than 5 years in prison after having killed having killed Harvey and George Moscone, who was the mayor. So the thing is, this is kind of where I give Dianne Feinstein a little more credit than I ever have before, because we don't do guns in San Francisco. We don't do guns here. And to have been the first one to find your dead colleague, go and tell the press conference on the front steps of City Hall there will be no press conference because the person you were planning to interview has been shot and killed. And then 1 hour later get sworn in as the first female mayor of San Francisco. Silverspoon or not, that's insane. That's history. So I'm pretty damn sure, was senator my entire life. The entirety of my time on this planet, she was our senator from California. And anyway, they just sold her house, by the way, on Billionaires Row. So come take my tour. 19 million, just sold it. So anyway. Before I end this video, this is gonna bring things a little weirdly full circle. When Dianne Feinstein passed away, I went to go to City Hall to see her casket lying in state. It was a closed casket, very, very nicely done, actually. They had a cellist. People were lined up to pay their respects, and it was very, very well done, very nice. Again, you can't not acknowledge somebody with like Dianne Feinstein. So the day after I went to see her at City Hall lying in state, I flew to Florida to organize for a trans rights rally where I met the incredible one and only Miss Major Griffith, who threw a brick at Stonewall. Okay? The day after that, 1, 2, 3, the current phase of the genocide in Palestine began, October 7th. Isn't that insane how those three things happened sequentially? Anyway, if it feels like there are parts of this that I'm missing, first of all, I didn't expect to fully do justice to Dianne Feinstein in an under 5-minute video. But also, I want you to take my Billionaires Row and Castro tours. Anyway, folks, Dianne Feinstein.